Okay, we'll continue. So first, we need to find the value of GM, that is the transconductance. Then only we can find the aspect ratio, right? So in order to find the transconductance, we need the value of input impedance, that is 50 ohm. And as far as the common gate stage is concerned, the input resistance is nothing but the reciprocal of the transconductance. And after rearranging, we will be able to find GM. GM is 1 divided by Rn. And in the question, Rn is 50 ohms. So GM is 1 by 50 and the unit is ampere per volt. Clear? So first you are going to find GM, then only you will be able to find the aspect ratio. How you will find GM? By using the value of input resistance. Now, the drain resistance. We don't know the drain resistance, right? But instead of that, they have given the output resistance. Output resistance is 500 ohm. And as far as the common gate stage is concerned, the output resistance is equal to the drain resistance, which I can take it as 500 ohm itself. The output resistance of a common gate stage will be equal to the drain resistance if we are discarding small letter R0. Nothing mentioned as far as the R0 is concerned, right? Small letter R0 is the internal output resistance across a drain and source, so that is not mentioned. We can directly take R out, which is equal to RD. So R out is equal to 500. Now we can find the gain. The gain is the product of GM/RD. Gain of a common stage is given by the product of GM and RD. GM is 1 by 50, RD is 500, which is equal to our R out resistance. So 500 by 50 is 10. So this is the voltage gain of this particular common gate configuration. So once you get the value of GM and RD, simply multiply together so that you can find the voltage gain. Okay. Now, next our question is to find the maximum allowable current. We are going to find the maximum permissible current through this particular transistor. So to find the maximum allowable current, we need to find the maximum allowable input voltage. Okay, which can maintain our Q point in the feasible region. So we need to find the maximum allowable input voltage. Okay, understood. To find the maximum allowable current, we are going to find the input voltage V in, and afterwards, then we will find V out. Okay, because how you can find V in? If we maintain a proper output voltage, that is drain source voltage, so that it will be in the saturation region, then only you will be able to find V in, and then we can find the allowable current. Clear, students? Once again, I will tell. To find the maximum allowable current, we need to find the maximum allowable input voltage, and correspondingly, we need to find the minimum output voltage. Maximum input corresponds to minimum output. So what is the condition to be ensured? For proper amplification, the condition to be ensured is the Q point should be in saturation region if you are considering a MOSFET amplifier. And the condition for saturation region is nothing but VDS greater than or equal to VGS minus VT. So to find the minimum output voltage, what is the minimum condition? Greater than or equal to is a desirable condition, isn't it? So from this, we can actually write the minimum condition. What is the minimum condition? Greater than or equal to is a desirable condition. From this, we are going to write the minimum condition. What is the minimum condition then? Greater than or equal to is the desirable condition for saturation. From that, what is the minimum condition? Minimum means it should be equal to, right? So minimum output voltage that is required at the drain source terminal is VDS is equal to VGS minus VT. Now, what is VDS? VDS is the potential difference between the drain and source, and VGS is the potential difference between gate and source. So cancel VS from both the sides. Cancel VS from both the sides. So VD can be written as VG minus VTH. VD can be written as VG minus VTH. And what is VG? VG is same as VDD, right? If you observe the circuit diagram, it is understood that the supply voltage is given to the gate terminal. So VG can be substituted as 1.8 and VTH is given in the question 0.4, the threshold voltage. So 1.8 minus 0.4 will be 1.4 volt. So this is the minimum voltage that we need to maintain at the drain terminal. And from the drain terminal, we are actually taking our output. So this can be called as the output voltage. So output voltage is 1.4. So why I'm finding the required output voltage? To find the maximum allowable input voltage. If you can find the maximum allowable input voltage, then we will be able to find the maximum allowable current that is passing through the transistor. So now I have found the minimum voltage which is to be maintained at the output of the transistor, that is at the drain terminal of the transistor, so that we can maintain the saturation condition. So Vout is 1.4 volt. Now we can find the input voltage because already we have computed the gain, right? What is gain? 10. Gain is 10. So substitute the gain and the output voltage and let me know what is the input voltage that you get. We have the gain voltage, gain as 10 and output voltage is 1.4 volt. Accordingly, compute V. That will be the maximum allowable input, which is given to the gate of your MOSFET. Substitute AV and V0. AV is 10, V0 is 1.4. Yes, it is 0.14 volt. So this is the maximum allowed input voltage. Now we are going to find ID. ID can be computed by knowing GM and VOV. GM already we know, right? Already we have computed. It is nothing but the reciprocal of the input resistance as far as a common gate transistor is concerned. So to solve this ID, we need VOV. What is VOV? VOV is the difference between VGS and VTH. VOV is equal to VGS minus VTH. Now what is VGS? VGS is the potential difference between gate and source. To the gate, we are having 1.8 volt and at the source, we are having Vin. So the difference between gate source voltage is 1.8 minus Vin. So VOV can be written as VGS minus VTH, where VGS is VG minus Vin. VG is 1.8. Vin already you have computed 0.14. That is a maximum allowable input voltage. So if you substitute the maximum allowed input voltage, correspondingly, we will get the maximum allowed current ID. I'm taking the maximum value of input voltage, okay? So that will produce a maximum output current. Substitute VG, Vin, and VTH. Confirm this answer. So this is the overdrive voltage that you are getting. Substitute here in equation number 2. Rearrange it and solve for ID and let me know the answer. GM is already 1 by 15 that you have done before. VOV is 1.26. Rearrange it and solve for ID and let me know the answer in the chat box. That will be the maximum allowable input current. Why I am telling like maximum allowable input current? Because you have substituted maximum allowable input voltage over here, isn't it? So correspondingly, if you substitute all the parameters here, the obtained current from equation number 2 will be nothing but your maximum allowed current flow. Any doubts? Substitute in equation number 2, rearrange properly and find the answer for ID. ID is only unknown. Yes, Bhanu Prakash, what is the answer?
Sir, 12.6 milliamps.
Okay. Your answer is 0.0126 ampere because GM is in ohm. I mean, it is in ampere per volt, right? GM is in ampere per volt. So you are expecting your answer in ampere. So after that, you can convert into milliampere by multiplying it with 1000. 0.0126 ampere convert into milliampere by multiplying it with 1000. So answer is 12.6 milliampere. So this is the maximum allowable drain current which will be passing through the transistor. So we have solved for GM. I mean, we have solved for ID as well as the voltage gain, right? Now coming to the next sub question to find W by L, it is very simple. If you know this equation, because already we have derived this equation from second module, that is the equation for transconductance. So all the parameters is known to you except W by L. So simply substitute and solve for W by L. But make sure that you are converting it because this is in micro, this is in ampere. So 200 into 10 to the power minus 6. This is 1.26 volt. That is the overdrive voltage. Solve it and find the answer for W by L. Yes, what is the answer for the aspect ratio? Rearrange it. Did you get the same answer? Yes. Yes, 79.36. That is aspect ratio. And finally, you can write the voltage gain. Already we have computed in the previous sub question also, but you can write the voltage gain is nothing but the product of GM into RD, that will be 10. So that is the common gate. These two questions are very important. You can expect one CG common gate question for your CIE2, but this same question it won't be there. But if you know these two problems, if you can understand the concept, then that problem will be easier to clear, students. Now take down the next question, 24th question of the question bank. Here we are going to design the source follower. Source follower is otherwise known as common drain. Source follower is a common drain configuration for a voltage gain of 0.8. The voltage gain is already given to you, 0.8. Aspect ratio is 30 divided by 0.18. W by L is 30 divided by 0.18. Lambda is equal to 0, which means there is no modulation effect. Channel modulation effect is null. And what we need to find is we need to find the gate voltage. That is V. We need to find the gate voltage. And for this particular transistor, Kn dash is given as 200 microampere per volt square. Threshold voltage is 0.4 volt. And in the question, they have, I mean, in the circuit diagram, they have mentioned RS as 500 ohms. RS is a source resistance. So even if it is not mentioned that it is source follower, still by observing the circuit diagram, you should be able to understand that this is a source follower. How come? Because you are taking the output voltage from the source and input is given to the gate. So output will follow the source. That is why this is called as source follower. So we are taking the output across a source resistance whose value is 500 ohms, which is given in the circuit diagram. And by solving or by making use of appropriate equations, we need to solve the gate voltage. We need to solve the gate voltage. Any doubts regarding the question? First, list out all the given parameters. The drain voltage, if you see, this is equivalent to the supply voltage, right? If you take the voltage across the drain, you can see that that will be equal to the supply voltage because the drain is directly short circuited with the supply. So VD is same as 1.8. VD will be equal to VDD, that is 1.8 volt. Then we have the aspect ratio given to you, the threshold voltage, Kn dash, AV, and the only thing need to solve is VD. So this input voltage can be found by finding the output voltage and gain. That concept it should be, you should understand, right? Input voltage can be found only if you know the gain of the amplifier as well as you should know the output voltage. Then by simply using the concept that is voltage gain is equal to V out by V in, you will be able to solve V in. Okay. So you can try it today and let me know the answers tomorrow. The concept is you need to find the gain of a common drain. So you just check the derivation and the result of a common drain or source follower. Take that particular result, substitute all the parameters. If R0 is not mentioned in the question, you can neglect it. Okay, you can neglect it and you need to incorporate only RL. What is RL? RL is nothing but RS. Load resistance. You're taking the load across source, isn't it? You're taking the output across source. So RL is RS only. So by substituting, you will be able to find the gain because AV is already given to you. So you will be able to find GM. AV is already given to you, so the only unknown is GM. Once you find GM, you can make use of the general equation of GM and find the drain current ID. After that, once you solve for ID, then ID into the resistance RS is nothing but your V out. And if you know V out and if you know the gain which is given in the question, obviously you can solve for V. So that is a step. So take down the step. What all you need to find? First, pick out the general expression for AV and solve for GM. By making use of GM, solve for ID. By making use of ID, solve for V out. Then once you know V out and AV, substitute and find V in. Clear, students? Any doubts? So this you need to complete it by tomorrow. And tomorrow we will discuss the remaining questions. So I want everyone to attend the class and it is mandatory. And the attendance will be taken in the online class. So if you are missing the attendance, means you won't be allowed to write for CIE. So kindly pass this message to your friends also. Thank you all.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
sir, 082 present, sir.
Yeah, I marked it. 62, 65, 82 and all I marked.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.